Congratulations on the film. I mean, it's had some amazing reviews across the festivals. I mean, just to be involved, it must be amazing to be involved with something so special as this.
It is, yeah, and it happened very quickly. So I was given the gig of doing the music 3 weeks before the mix. So I had to write the music and record it and mix it and prepare it and do all the demos and everything in 3 weeks from start to finish. And it was a really... there's no time for second thoughts, you know what I mean? You have to just get in and do it straight away.
And what was your reaction when you read the story for the first time? Because it's such a rich, subtle, so many things going on in this story.
Yeah, it evolves so slowly. It's such a rich film, and it evolves so slowly as it goes along. It sort of creeps up your trouser leg a little bit, and it's very seductive. And Sebastián always talks about it being like a dream, and so for me, there's the dream-like quality is something that's really important about it. But the best thing about it is about empathy, and the world is a messed up place, and there's a lot of people being sort of divisions being cast in society, and even now, America not voting with the UN about it's wrong to murder homosexuals, stuff like that. Just like, why aren't we? What's wrong with that? Why can't we? It sounds extremely naive, but actually it's really political to say we should just love everybody regardless of who they are or how they were born or what they want to be, provided they're not murdering other people. So as a piece about empathy, I think it's an important time for that right now.
Obviously, this is Daniela's first film. I mean, for you, obviously, watching the film without music and whatever, but you must have felt such a powerful performance for a first movie.
Yeah, and it's extraordinary, and it's one of those great sort of performances actually that whilst you're doing it, you're like, oh wait a minute, this is really good. You know what I mean? Sometimes you get sent quite a lot of things, then you start them, and you're like, oh god, it's not. You're like, oh god, this is a good one.
Yeah.
So that's quite an exciting feeling.
And I say you've been all over, been to Toronto and Venice and everywhere else, so it must have been great to get so many different reactions from so many different audiences as well.
Yes, yeah, it is, and it's nice to feel like it's growing as well, like there's a sort of snowball effect with it as well, and I'm looking forward to sort of seeing it in a wider context, see how people.
And you worked with Sebastián Lelio on his new film, Disobedience, which premiered at Toronto and got lots of good reviews as well. I mean, how is that a little bit different to this one, and what was your kind of approach to that one?
That was exciting because I got 4.5 weeks to do the score instead of 3 weeks to do the score. Because of the cast, because it's a step up in terms of Hollywood status or what have you on the cast, there's a sort of a slightly more of a tension around it. Like, okay, we're all like, we still want to do this, we want to do this, but now we really know people are listening. And so there was a sort of tension around that. But Sebastián, I don't know, there's always these sort of interviews with these carpets or what have you. Everyone's sort of gushing about everybody, but this is like my sort of 15th movie score, and actually Sebastián is by head and shoulders above everybody else in terms of the space he allows you to collaborate, and that's how he gets such great performances out of the actors, I think, and all of us as well, like in service to his vision, which if they've got a clear vision, it's much easier for you to fulfill it. It's much harder when it's a bit like, one scene I did for one movie, not naming any names, but rewrote 27 times.
Oh, wow.
Because the director just has no clue what they actually want or anything like that. So in that sense, it was it's a real pleasure to do.
Just finally, for audiences that perhaps don't know about this film just yet, what do you think they can take away from this one?
I feel like it's a story that we haven't really seen before in this way. And it's about a life that you wouldn't normally see in film in this way, and I think it's surprising and witty and moving, and I think that has real value.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys,
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!